Now the trick here is to not lose any health on my way over to Capra. I think, oh god, I think the best way to take down Capra is definitely going to be from coming in from the back, because rushing in from the front with all the dogs and ghouls, hollow thieves, we don't want to do that. We want to come in the back way. Which, it's funny because I don't usually come to Capra this way. I'm thinking of like where the fog gate would appear for summons. Okay, if we can get the jump on these guys, that would be great. Alright, well, so much for that. The element of surprise is something I could really use in this playthrough. And I don't think it's going to be there with me. It's kind of like the Force. It's not there for everyone. It's always there. It's just not there for everyone. And I'm not a Force-sensitive youngling. But all the younglings keep dying, so maybe that's for the best. I'm worried about Capra. I'm going to go back and fight the Moonlight Butterfly for sure, but it might be more of a montage kind of thing. I'm thinking now that a lot of the bosses, especially early on, are going to become montage bosses, where I play awesome music and make it look like I do really good. Because I'm confident I can beat them. It's just a matter of how long and how many tries. How much of my personal time do I have to sacrifice to beat a challenge run no one asked for? That's the question everyone's waiting to see. It's like, but how long did it take you to do something that no one wanted? Okay, well, 9 Estus Flasks, which is more than enough. Honestly, Capra's one of the fights where there are some bosses where you want Estus Flask for it. It's like, oh, I wish I had more Estus. Capra's one of the bosses. I forgot the dogs are outside the door. I forgot the dogs. Oh, I forgot the dogs. Oh, crap. Kill the dog. Okay. Good. I can't. Oh, my God. It's raining dogs. Alright. That still wasn't too bad. Honestly, I'm doing a lot more damage. I wasn't giving myself enough credit. I am doing actually considerably more damage. But Capra's one of the bosses that... Are there any more dogs? I can't remember. Alright, Capra's one of the bosses where it's like, it doesn't matter. I could have like 20 Estus. I just might not have the time to use it in the fight. Alright. Let's think. Wolf Ring, Red Tear Storm, that's the best I got. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, Cracked Red Eye Orb. I should probably do that. I wish I could do that. Green Blossom would probably be a good idea, but I'll just pop one before I go in. I wish I had a Firebomb for one of the dogs, but it's alright. I'll just manually use a Green Blossom, then I'll go in, cross my fingers, and if it suddenly cuts, it probably just means my capture card messed up. You know, it doesn't mean I died. That's, you know. Alright. Capra. Dogs. Oh, did I stun Capra? It looked like I stunned Capra. Not enough. Where's the other dog? Oh, yes. Oh my god. Well, I almost avoided that. Yikes. Ugh. You know, this really is a very good fight. I mean, Dark Souls 1 has a lot of great fights. I'll definitely... Oh my god, no. Things went wrong. Gosh. Yikes. Just the dynamic of having to... It's just normal, and I mean, like, Capra here is a boss, but later is shown as, like, you know, kind of like a regular enemy. Oh, shit. And the dogs, you know, they're a pest, but they're not that hard to deal with if you take care of them. It's just the environment, and I can't think of any other bosses right off the top of my head. Maybe the demon on the bridge is kind of like that with his environment is what makes him tricky and makes it interesting. But no, I can't think of any other fight. Maybe in Bloodborne. I haven't played Bloodborne, but I've seen it. I haven't played 3, Dark Souls 3. Played all of 2 and 1. I can't think of another fight that has such a small enclosed arena. And it's interesting, too. It's not just like we're trapped in like a small broom closet, which would be funny in and of itself. But there's like a staircase here. It's like clearly they want you to try to go up here and use a plunging attack, or at least use it. It's like, it'd be one thing to put the player in a square room with a giant, like, tree in the middle, right? And then obviously you'd want to use the tree to separate you and the boss. But in here, we're in a room with, yeah, there's pillars over there I could use, but obviously you're going to get drawn to the stairs. It makes it a very interesting fight, in my opinion. Because Capra doesn't really have any special abilities. He's just kind of big, swings, he can stun you. But it's really a cool fight. I know plenty of other people praise this fight, and it's so simple, but effective. And there's something to be said about that. Okay, this is going to be tough. I'm really going to learn the dynamics of Capra in this room. But I'm doing decent. I can't complain. Honestly, I can't complain. It's bad damage, but, you know, what do you expect with a broken straight sword? But it's just doable. It's so doable, I hate it. Because if I was doing, like, one, this would just be a dumb playthrough. And I would be like, it can't be dumb. But I was doing a little bit of playtesting, and I was like, you know what? I can do it. I know I can. Just a matter of patience. Oh, God. Not the easiest thing either to keep a flow of conversation while trying to focus on a boss, especially in Dark Souls. I think it's a good, in a way, like, Let's Playing like this can be a very good, well, it can be really good for, like, improv isn't the word I'm looking for, but, like, thinking on your feet, conversationally wise, which I'm sure isn't the right way to phrase that. It's not going to help my vocabulary wise, no? Alright. But, see, that does decent damage. And it's actually kind of fun to do, too, backstep up the stairs, which it feels like a very... There's some moves that are put in games that, like, they want you to learn. Like, even in the tutorial of this game, they kind of teach you some of the basic things, like rolling and blocking. Yikes. But, backstepping and dropping down into a drop plunging attack from a backstep like this? Okay, well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Feels like a very, kind of like omni-stepping, like something that's in the game, and maybe the developers meant for you to do it, but, oh, that did good damage, wow. And I know I can drop off from the very top of the ledge to get him and cheese him over here, but I'm just being difficult. But the whole drop thing feels, didn't quite see him. Feels very, like almost like a hidden skill set. It's funny how I said I probably wouldn't even need all my Estus because I'd run out before I got that far. But that is, proving to be not the case. I tried to... Oh, crap. Capra is one of the coolest looking bosses, though. Like, he's right up there. Ooh. He's probably one of the best early bosses. Because up to this point, you just kind of fought like big dudes with swords. Well, club and a different club. Is there a way to define a club specifically? Because oh my god. I need that to stun him or I'm going to die. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad damage. And then it's going to be a question of how much of this do I fast forward. I'm probably not going to fast forward any of this, especially if I beat him. But... oh, see, that one's bad. Alright, now we're in Red Tear Stone. The question is, do I heal, or do I risk it and try to fight him this way? Come on, Capra. Please? No. Oh my god. I thought I was dead. Still might be. I don't know if that's worth the damage. I'm doing like considerably more, but is it worth it? Nah, I'm gonna heal. Red Tearstone Ring, in my experience using the Red Tearstone Ring, yeah, it does that. It hasn't worked out for me all that well. It usually, causes me more harm than anything else. Alright. So that's a really late roll I gotta do there. I almost had him, too. Darn. When he does the double swing, he puts, like, both his... well, I was gonna say two hands as weapons, but he kind of, like, puts them into both his hands. What would that be considered? Is that two-handing? That's, like, two-handing two weapons. You should be able to do that. That'd be awesome. Well, that is not working out for me. That guy fell faster than me. Oh. Oh, cool. We got the Hollow Thief tights. Awesome. Can I wear pants now? Can I wear pants? I usually can't wear pants. Hollow Thief set. Which I like a lot. Can I wear pants? Oh, I can't wear pants, man. I just don't get to wear pants. Can I take off the gauntlets? Alright. I think that's probably... I don't even know if that's actually a good trade. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, I think overall that's a better trade. It is interesting the way the enemy AI works on the stairs. You can obviously tell it's just a little floaty. Like they didn't quite flush out the way combat would work on stairs. Which is funny because this boss fight kind of revolves around stairs. I didn't want to do that. Let me out. Ah, Capra. It's like the reverse of what you're supposed to do with him, but it honestly just baiting him to the top, and then me drop down, and then him drop down after me, and him being stunned is honestly the best way that I have found to do this. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. Oh, God. It's too close. It's too real. Why am I one-handing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, my God. Yes. 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 Oh, man. That was only like the 5th attempt, too. That was pretty good. Key to the depths. Capra's down. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. That's a good amount of souls. Nice. Whew, I feel good about that. That is like the first, that is the real first marking of, if I can beat Capra, I can probably beat anything. Probably. Except the Moonlight Butterfly. Okay. Now what do we want to do? We're going to go 1 vitality. 1 strength? I'm going to go strength. Honestly, these aren't going to matter too much. I don't have like an idea of how far I'm going to get level-wise. I'm not exactly going to cap myself. If I got high enough, I'd probably cap myself at like 100, 120, depending on where I am. But I don't have an idea for like ideal stats. Like I'm not going for like 20 dex, 40 strength or anything like that. Just throw numbers out there. I don't have a real idea in my head. Just whatever works is what's going to work. Because if I don't buy it now, I'm going to need it later. Okay. Whew, man, did it feel good to beat Capra. I guess I thought about going back to fight the Moonlight Butterfly right now before I get too far away from it, but I'm just not feeling like fighting the Moonlight Butterfly right now of all bosses. I'd much rather go to the depths. Inside joke. No one else will get, except one person who will definitely watch and dislike the video. Knows who he is. Alright. Oh my... Nope. Alright. Well, I was about to say, the depths is actually one of my favorite areas in the game, I think. I thought it could have used some... maybe some different enemies. I mean, it's got different enemies, but some more different enemies, maybe. Like, it just kind of... the main part of the depths is made up with ghouls and rats. Could have used, more of like the... I don't know what they're called, if they're called anything, but the sackhead creature guys down near the butchers. Or I should say ladies, because I'm pretty sure that's... either that's a joke or that's a confirmed thing that's still probably a joke by Miyazaki, because let's be honest, if a guy's going to program a useless item into the game that does nothing just to mislead players for years, I don't know if we can take too much that he says seriously when you ask him stuff about like big burly butcher guys and he says, oh yeah, those are women. It's like, I mean, I'll take his word because he's the creator, but I'm just pointing out, you know, the creator who also put useless random item in a game that does nothing. It's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the pendant, but I'm just, you know, let's be careful what we believe what he says. Could be playing a lot of tricks. Yeah, see, it's just a lot of ghouls here. I like the way the depth is set up and the way it feels like you descend into the world. It's excellent. Basically from the point you get into the lower burg, where Capra is, all the way down to Quillag, I would say is a pretty like golden area of the game. Obviously, Blighttown is the synonymous make or break area. If you can make it through Blighttown, you can beat the game. If you get to Blighttown and you think like you made it this far, but this is too much, this is where I imagine most people quit. That or Sen's Fortress. I think if you can get through Blighttown, I feel like you can beat the rest of the game, but Sen's Fortress can be a real tricky place for people who do not know the game. And I think one of the things that Dark Souls suffers from... My shield was up. Alright, well, that's not good. Is the fact that it's a game that once you... Granted, I'm someone who's put hundreds of hours into the game. Probably at least 200 hours. And more into 2. And it's the kind of game where once you learn something, especially if you're like me, the game becomes much easier. You know where to go, you know to make... Like, I know how to get through here right now if you just roll through here. You'd skip so much. And that's something that just a first-time player would not comprehend. They wouldn't think to roll down there. I've never seen a first-time player do that. But it's cool that it's a shortcut that you learn from knowledge. Some shortcuts are from opening things. Some shortcuts are from killing things. Some are just from knowing something. That's why you hear so many Dark Souls players, me included, say that they'd give a lot to wipe their memory and be able to play the game again for the first time. And I think future installments, maybe not necessarily 2, but other versions of the... Like, I've seen Bloodborne, haven't played 3, we've been through this. Probably do a little bit better of a job. It's hard to tell when you watch a game. Like, I've watched Bloodborne, but I can't really tell. Like, if I played Bloodborne right now, I'd remember bosses, I'd remember certain little things, but I'm not going to remember an ambush somewhere down a street corner. I'm not going to remember a treasure chest that was hidden off a ledge. I'm not going to remember everything. Which is kind of a nice thing about watching it and then playing a game. Like, you kind of know, you kind of got like the guideline, but you don't have the whole outline, which is preferable for a game like this. So that's why I think it'd be cool if they did. I know they tried that with the Chalice dungeons, but that kind of failed. But just having, oh, I know what the problem was. My shield wasn't up because my left bumper, my left bumper button doesn't quite work. Which, I don't know, as long as that's the only button that doesn't work, I can live with that because it kind of makes me want to play more aggressive anyways.